Should I tell her? The guilt is eating me alive. So, here's the situation. Back in college, there was this girl I knew. Let's call her Rhea. We weren't friends or anything, just casual acquaintances because we were in the same club. I think we exchanged words a handful of times strictly about club work, and that's it. She seemed nice enough, but we never stayed in touch after college. Her boyfriend, though, he's a different story. He and I were never close either. I only know him because of her. He first texted me out of the blue in 2022, a year after we graduated. At first, I ignored it because, well, why would he be texting me? But then he sent another message saying he needed help. I thought maybe it was something serious, so I replied. Big mistake. What started as a seemingly innocent conversation quickly turned into something weird. His messages became flirty, uncomfortably so. I shut it down immediately and stopped talking to him. In fact, I deleted that entire account because, honestly, I didn't want any part of this nonsense. I thought that would be the end of it. Fast forward to December last year. I made a new account, and guess who pops up in my followers? Yep, him. My account is public, so I didn't think much of it at first. But then he started replying to my stories. The comments were subtle, but you know when someone's crossing a line? Yeah, that. At this point, I'm fuming. He has a girlfriend. Wait, scratch that, he has a fiancé. I found out through mutual friends that they're getting married in February 2025. And here he is, sneaking around, texting other girls like it's no big deal. Last month, I decided to bring this up with a close friend who's also friends with Rhea. I asked her if I should say something, tell Rhea about her boyfriend's behavior. Her response? No, they've been together since 2017. Their engagement is done, the wedding is fixed, it'll ruin everything. But what relationship? What future? This guy is still out here flirting with strangers, and after that I find out he's on Bumble? Like what? I didn't believe it at first, but when I got a compliment from someone on the app, I used the free feature to check their profile. It was him. Him. Oh my God. The audacity. I can't get over it. How do you vow to spend your life with someone while you're busy swiping on a dating app? It's not just disrespectful, it's downright disgusting. And here's the thing, I have proof. I still have screenshots of his messages and his Bumble profile. I could show her everything. But I'm terrified of the fallout. What if she blames me instead? You know how society works. Girls always get the blame in situations like these. I don't want to be branded as the girl he was texting, or, worse, accused of trying to break up their engagement. But then, every time I think about staying quiet, I feel this crushing guilt. If I say nothing, am I not letting him ruin her life? She deserves to know the truth, doesn't she? But then again, what if the truth destroys her? What if she marries him anyway, and I end up being the villain in their story? I feel stuck. Part of me wants to protect her from this sleazeball, but another part of me is scared of the drama it could cause. Would she even believe me? Or would she write me off as some jealous girl trying to stir trouble? I don't know what to do. Every time I see his Bumble profile, or think about those flirty messages, I feel like I'm complicit in his deceit. So here I am, battling this internal war. Do I tell her and risk everything, or do I stay silent and let her walk into a marriage with someone who clearly doesn't value her? I need advice. Hey everyone, here's the long overdue update. So, last Monday afternoon, I got a text from my friend asking if I'd sent screenshots of the guy's infidelity to Rhea, the college acquaintance. Apparently, someone had sent her evidence anonymously, and she was on the verge of breaking down. My friend was trying to calm her and wanted to know if it was me. I panicked. I had sent those screenshots anonymously, but there was no way I could admit that to her, at least not now. So, I denied it. But here's the kicker. Before sending the screenshots, I tried reaching out to Rhea directly. I messaged her on Instagram and even commented on her recent post, asking her to check her DMs because it was urgent, thanks to a friend who suggested it. She saw my message but didn't reply, so I decided to go ahead and send the evidence anonymously. Fast forward to Sunday evening. My friend sent me a voicemail saying it was urgent, so I reluctantly called her back. I was terrified of what was coming. Was I about to be yelled at, accused, dragged into a messy confrontation? But to my surprise, the first thing Rhea said was, "Thank you. Seriously, thank you." I was caught off guard. I stammered, "Why?" What did I do? She said, I know it was you. I've known about his behavior for a while now, but your screenshots were the sign I needed. I asked her what she meant, and she replied, It's a long story, and I'm not in the right space to talk about it right now. You can ask Mira, our mutual friend. Before hanging up, she added, Thank you again. I can't express how much this means to me. I was still processing the conversation when I texted my friend Mira, asking, What just happened? What's going on? That's when everything started unraveling. Turns out, Ria had known about her fiancé's unfaithfulness for over a year. She'd seen his messages to other girls on Instagram, including his texts to me, which she had warned him about. Despite this, she gave him the benefit of the doubt until recently. Apparently, her doubts grew stronger after a series of events. In October, her fiancé went on a bachelor's trip to Thailand. One of his friends accidentally sent her a Snapchat of him dancing with a woman inappropriately. When she confronted him, his excuse, things like this happens in bachelorette party. A month later in November, a girl texted her claiming to be in a relationship with him, complete with proof. The girl said they'd been seeing each other for 2 months and were physically involved. When Ria confronted him, he played the usual card. I got bored, but I love you and want to marry you. Please give me another chance. And she did. She was tired of the constant deceit, and then the Bumble profile I discovered became the final nail in the coffin. She secretly went through his phone and found out all the things which he has been hiding. He was sleeping with multiple women, including paid ones. Can you believe this? He'd been going on dates and bad-mouthing her to other women, claiming she was blackmailing him into marriage. He even lied about their relationship, saying she was ruining his life and using a new law against boyfriends to threaten him. To top it off, she discovered he was into drugs and weed, something he'd hidden from her. With all this evidence in hand, Ria decided it was time to end this. She gathered both sets of parents, hers and his, and laid everything out. She showed them the proof and announced she was calling off the wedding. His parents begged for forgiveness, asking her to give their son another chance. But she stood her ground, saying she couldn't marry someone like him. Her parents, thankfully, supported her completely. When Mira told me all this, I felt 2 things. Sadness for what Ria had endured and relief that she was finally free. No one deserves to be treated like that, and I'm glad I could play a small part in helping her find the clarity and courage to walk away. But not everything was smooth. My friend, Mira, was upset with me for not telling her before sending the screenshots. She felt blindsided and said I should have consulted her. But honestly, I don't regret it. She was against me sending the evidence in the first place, and I didn't want her to talk me out of it. At the end of the day, I trusted my gut, and it worked out. To everyone who encouraged me to do the right thing, thank you. Knowing that I helped someone escape a toxic relationship and avoid a lifetime of misery makes it all worth it.